right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Can y'all hear me okay? Mic check, mic check. Hello, hello. Mic test, mic test. Hello, hello. No. What? Hmm. So wait, can you hear me now? We can hear Angie? What? Hello? Mic check? Can you hear me? Hello, test, test. Can you hear me now? For some reason, I can't hear anyone else, though. I can't hear anyone else speaking. What? Hmm. Okay, alright. Hello, mic check, mic check.
Oh, finally,
What
yes.
the heck? What a bug. What a bug.
I say skill issues.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah, the
god.
old
You
man.
know, I will say this is my first time going to the event panel at the top and then clicking start stage from there. Usually I just go into the camp classroom and then start it. So, okay. Um this is interesting. Angie, can you say something real quick? Say mic check.
Hello.
Say something again.
Hello.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. All right, false start. We're live. We're live. Yeah, yeah. Can you read the last line from TJ, Angie, real quick? Please. I just need to get confirmation on the voice.
Tropical is damp.
No. Close. All right. I think
This is what I read.
audio is still bad, guys. Sorry. Audio is still bad. We're going to have to reboot this whole thing. Can we shut down Discord? Like go to Discord site, shut it down, restart. This is not right. All right, and share screen. NGB Spen, my boy, how are you, sir? How is your day? How you doing? Oh, we got lost too. Nice, nice.
I think Spen may be not able to hear us still. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you
Yes.
beautifully. Yeah.
I'm a hack. I break things. It's great to see you guys here. Looking forward to the session. I just saw that ApeCoin was added to the FWA thing. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this like new
Ooh.
gotcha mechanic where people are like getting punks for like half of a ETH for like $50. People are
What?
winning punks.
What?
They added ApeCoin. Yeah, they just announced it. They added ApeCoin in there. It's the token works strategy. So no shill. I don't hold any of the FWA token, but they said ApeCoin. You're getting a shout out from me. So
Insane. Wow, that's crazy. Lucky bastards.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think so. What it means is like if you wanted to, it's like a weird staking mechanism, I guess. So you could technically put an NFT in there, and I think now you have the ability to back it with ApeCoin, so that if somebody goes and they spin, and they were to win, they have the option to take the equivalent value of whatever it is that you put in, either in the FWA token, or they can take your asset, either the NFT or the ApeCoin token. So now it's like people could potentially be going in there, and maybe they choose to win ApeCoin. I guess it's just interesting. Or if you're holding ApeCoin, you can now use that as liquidity, as collateral, and you can back your NFT. And when you do that, you farm FWA, so you'll actually yield that FWA token. So just another utility, a little something you could do with ApeCoin.
Let's go. Dang, nice. Getting lucky. Well, you're here to hear, folks. Go check it out. Take a look. We're, lightly spreading the word. Maybe you'll get lucky. Gotcha for Ape. Nice. Yeah, J Dunk. Go check it out. Class is canceled. Everyone go get a punk. We wish, TJ. We wish.
No, class is not canceled. Class is not canceled. You need to
Stay here.
Need to learn how to make shit.
That's
You
right.
need to learn how to make things, and then you can go out there and do your spins and do crazy shit.
And then you can try to get a punk.
Yeah. Do whatever you do in your spare time. This is class. We're in class. Class is in session.
All right, listen up, everybody. No, appreciate you, Lost. Thanks so much. We'll get Spin back here in a little bit as well. Yeah, weird bugs today. Sorry about that, but we are just getting started. So luckily we were able to handle the my bug real quick. Yeah, it seemed like starting the stage from the event, a little panel at the top, is kind of maybe what caused it. So we'll we'll have to do some testing again next time. So let's bring up Spin. There's my boy.
Hello, Spend.
Oh, he's still quiet. Can you turn the breaker off on in your house, like to the house itself? Restart the house. I don't. Maybe because I couldn't hear. Oh, I heard something. I saw something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta get a little hello from him at some point. Say something like, yo. Say something, yo.
Maybe the USB, like on my mic. But I have no clue about technique.
Yeah, I don't know. It's El Mero. What's up, honeybee? I see you. Yo.
Fixed.
Yo.
Oh,
Yes.
We see
my
you.
God, Render pulled on top, man. Glad to be here. I had my audio looping through the Bubbles extension with nothing going live.
Oh.
You gotta love it. I mean, I'm an ape. I was gonna broadcast this on the Bubbles thing, but I was just breaking it. But yeah, back to the class. I'm here. Render pulled on top. Sorry for the delay.
No, you're good. Awesome. Yeah, no, glad to have you here, Sven. Thank you so much for joining us along with Lost. And shout out to the ApeCoin team for representing and being here with us today. Thank you. So another fantastic day in the pool. We keeping it cool, even on the warm days this summer. But thanks so much for coming to day 3, learning landscapes in Unreal Engine. So this is going to be an interesting one, maybe a little more technical. It's going to look a little weird.
Again?
No, not again. Last one was fun. Did y'all have fun last time? Give me a W in the chat if you had fun in materials class last time.
Big W.
Let me hear it.
Dub.
Yeah, give me a thumbs down if you thought it was too much. Was it confusing?
So
Dub-
many builds came out of last week. It was amazing.
yeah,
Every day. Every day.
100%. Yeah, man, y'all were on
Yes.
fire this past week.
I love it.
Yeah, me and Angie were checking them out. We're like, damn, damn. I wish I could build like that. I wish I could build like that. Oh
Yeah,
my
especially
god.
early tropical.
Yeah, I'm hurting. You know, I'm a little jealous. I'm gonna be honest. I almost like didn't want to retweet anything. I was like, damn, these people are killing me out here, man. What the hell? This is not fair. How could this be? Nah, I was trying to, comment, retweet as much as I saw out there. Y'all were incredible. So truly, truly impressive stuff. So, you know, why don't we? I'm trying to look for some posts. So let's take a look here. Y'all can see my screen. So we got the man TJ doing crazy stuff. Look at this. Isn't this crazy? So I don't know if this has audio. Wait, did I break it? Uh-oh. Do I need to reload? I think I need to reload real quick. Here it goes. Oh, I clicked on your. Oh, you retweeted it. I clicked on your account. Why is it a? Oh my god! I think I'm bugged out on this thing. Here we go. Here we go. It doesn't like the full screen. I think because I got all this stuff going on. I got Unreal Engine open. I got a streaming
Need
platform
another
open.
PC.
Oh my goodness. You know, I'm a little behind, honestly. I need to update my PC so bad. Yeah, we are always breaking things. This is true. Yeah, look at what TJ's got going on. So interesting. You know, he's really digging in on materials there. But if you look at it, he's really going all in on materials and lighting, materials and lighting. So, if you think about it, it's there's a lot of I'd say it's like simple, but aesthetically, he's really reeling it in. He's really going all in on making the player feel like, wow, I'm somewhere different, somewhere unique, somewhere very unique. So shout out TJ, super super cool, man. Isn't that crazy? TJ, give us some words, man. What is your prior experience to Unreal Engine? Let the people know. Like, this is your first time. This is show let them know.
I think he's a pro.
He's a pro. Damn, you lying to
Yeah.
us, TJ? This dude's been working at Unreal for years. He's just straight up, just fooling us, playing jokes on us. GTA 6, bro. Still learning. Yeah, yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We had Hannah doing an awesome experience here with her Braum character. So shout out to Hannah. She's got some experience already, so she's been kind of pushing forward. So shout out to her. And but she's doing great. She's got a custom character. The objects have interesting materials. She's making objects spin and move and stuff. So we definitely want to get into that. It's more blueprints, but and we definitely want to talk about like how you can make your environment move and gamify it some more. But let's keep pushing along with like this landscape thing we got going here. And I want to do a section for blueprints. And if you're in the class gallery, you might have seen me talk about that a little bit with some people. We were saying, hey, let's do a section where we bring up people and showcase their blueprint builds. And I think that could be really fun to showcase what people got going. It could be a lot of fun. As far as like if you make something that's cool, interesting, share it with everybody and come up to the front of the class and share it. So who else we got? Let's see. Let me copy this link here. All right. We got Pop Visley here who did a build as well. They're getting into some blueprints, but I really like their environment as well. So like, let's see if they showcase some of the environment a little more. So they have some cool tiles and blocks, you see. So it's honestly made up of a bunch of blocks, but they put the textures down, you know. So super, super dope. And they use some of the physics boxes that were there in our main play area, but they put some textures on it, and now you got these like cool movable boxes. So super, super cool. Very, very dope. Love it, love it. Very exciting. Let's see what else is here. We had oh yeah, Elithera had a build too. Let's check this one out. I'll post that in here. Check this out. They got a giant structure. Let's see if I can let's make this a little bigger. Here we go. I can go full screen now. It's not bugging out on me. Look at that. Isn't that cool? They even got their avatar in there. They got a material on
Yeah.
it. Crazy.
So clean.
Crazy. Very impressive. Very impressive. Isn't that fun? All right, and let's check out another one.
And the avatar is working. Yay.
Yeah, I
No
know.
broken bones.
Yeah, the first one had some broken bones. Yeah, super, super crazy looking when it's broken and stuff, but they got it working. They got it in there, so a lot of fun. Oh, and they added physics to the chairs and the table so they can bump into things. That was crazy. Nice, nice. Look at that. So some of y'all are just taking off already. So really, really cool to see
You
that.
still need school, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Slow down, guys. Oh my God, come on. You're leaving us behind. No, that's wonderful, Elithera. Great, great work. We got Croc, my man Croc here, showing up with a really cool environment. Got the spikes in there, glowing red. They did a really interesting a setup. So when you touch the red spikes,
Oh my god.
it kills you. It activates a ragdoll effect, and it respawns you back to the checkpoint. So super, super cool. Look at that. All kinds of little obstacles. It's crazy what you could do just with this like setup, you know? Like it's not you know they're just using the base environment where we start off, and it's already looking super fun, you know? They're just adding materials to things. They're gamifying simple cone, you know, assets. Honestly, if you just kind of work on gamifying simple things, you learn more because you're focusing on the blueprint, you know. The minute you start trying to include more art into it, it gets kind of complicated quickly. So, you know, sticking with basic stuff and having fun with it. So, well, that's interesting, right? These little like box platform things, the spiral staircase. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna fall over there. I'm definitely gonna have some skill issues on this one. Oh shit. I gotta run it at least once, you know, to get the hang of it. Oh man. You're making me nervous, Croc. You're making me nervous.
Yay.
Winner, chicken parm dinner. Chicky parmesan. Hold up. Delish. Awesome. There's some pretty cool builds, guys. Pretty cool. Let's see. We had a few people just doing some like simple setups.
Oni had also something with spikes.
Yeah. Actually,
I
I'm
remember.
scrolling up trying to find more stuff. Yeah. Let's see. This is a Happiness Cat. So Happiness Cat was doing this. Let me go back to the gallery.
Perfect for render pool.
Yeah, it's a little chill spot, you know. We open this other image. Yeah, cool. Not bad. You know,
Yeah.
why not? Yeah, a little outdoor chill spot. Let's go. Oh, this is a cool image. This is a material. This is Pop V's. No, this is Rado. Rado did this like experimentation with materials. Look at that. Some boxes with a really cool rock texture. Why not? Awesome. Oh, I want to show this one. This is Lou from the zoo. So let's take a look. Let me make sure I don't blast your ears off. Alright, it's chill music. Okay, we're chilling. Check this out.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Nice little environment.
Yes.
Super fun. Yeah, they got
Reminds
that.
me a bit on No Man's Sky with the vehicle.
Ah, yeah.
Oh wow.
Nice. No Man's Sky. Yeah, 100%. Look at that. You see, and you could see here, that's that sci-fi panel we were messing with in the last class. So, you know, they're just using things that we had from the last session. So super cool. Yeah, they got a little base, a No Man's Sky base. The rock floor, super dope, super dope. Very impressive, guys. Here's another build from Happiness Cat. This one's fun. I like how it's a pyramid in a pyramid kind of environment. Super cool. Let's see. Wonder if let me look for Oni's build. If they had something, I know they shared something. I'm trying to find it real quick. Oh, I found it. I found it here. Let me copy this. I'll put it in here. Let's take a look real quick, and then we'll get the class started. But yeah, so what's really cool is you can see the progression here. So you see on the bottom post how they kind of had just like base stuff, right? They made their game, right? So they had a block out, a gray box, right? It's literally kind of like a nice pipeline for game dev. It's a block out, right? So they use gray boxes just to simply you know, it's cool just to like plan out your space, your environment, your game. And then once you're comfortable and you got a good idea of how it's going to play, how it's going to look, then suddenly you can go back in and start designing on it. So here he has, you know, materials and textures. It's like when you build out your space, suddenly you know what things are, right? So, okay, like I'm going to walk on this platform, you know, so maybe it's going to be wood, right? So here you go. He did a wood texture. These spikes, I want them to be spiky. I don't know, dangerous feeling. So you put a metal material on it, like chrome metal, and now they feel, you know, like metal. They're metallic. These boxes or these panels you push over, because in the example he had you push those panels over. Well, there you go. Now you can turn them into something that they're supposed to be. So maybe they're giant metal walls. So now he has this, you know, metal panel, sci-fi panel texture on it. So it's like your storytelling, you know.
Puppy?
Hmm.
You hear me?
Yo.
A report from Oliver down there. It looks like the YouTube stream has no visual. It's only like the placeholder.
Oh.
I don't know if that was intended.
No,
But yeah, just wanted to call that out real quick.
I can
Oh,
take that
thank
down.
you.
I can take that down. Sorry about that. Oof, I have too much going on. Discord, Twitter, the OBS panel. Yes, yes. Thank you. Shout out to the person who called that out. Oh my God, thank you. Yes. So yeah, basically for the YouTube fan, we've just been going through some builds from the community, showcasing, you know, different environments that the community has been building with the classes that we've held. So really cool work on materials and just simple environment build-ups. So you haven't missed a lesson yet. We're just kind of walking through what some of the students have done over time. So shout out to the people experimenting with materials and textures. Yeah, people are just having fun with it. Turning the gray objects into real world objects. So you see her happiness cat was doing a tree out of these like cylinders and spheres for the leaves, like just having fun with it. And and Oni here, adding materials to things that made sense for the environment. So really, really cool to see students just like rolling with the materials and using it to tell more of a story with their environment. So super, super dope. Yeah, awesome. All right, guys, a lot of fun looking at your work. Please, if you're working on stuff, post it. Tag Renderpool, tag Angie, tag ApeCoin, tag myself if you feel like it. Let us know what you're working on. Please share. We still upload to YouTube. Gonna need for reference. Yeah. This is all being recorded and streamed on YouTube, Prosper. So definitely look out for that. So you can watch back. Obviously, the first few minutes you're gonna see a placeholder video. That's my bad. But you didn't miss much. Like I said, we just been sharing stuff from previous students, so you're not missing a whole lot. But we're about to get into the juicy stuff. This is just a little fun moment to shout out the students and what they got going on. So one more from the man TJ. Looking good. Look at that. Oh my god, isn't that cool looking? And one more from here's Linkoid. This is kind of funny. This was a sort of a meme kind of thing where they were showcasing like how we were working with simple materials and boxes in the first day. Like simple just boxes and stuff, and he was like adding some color to it. And then day 2 we did materials, and he's kind of showcasing how those like simple colors and materials on the objects are like sort of like the way I was saying earlier, like Linkoid, that's so bad. No. Honestly, like I love it because, like, to be honest, it's if you did this with boxes, like gray boxes, you could still kind of discern what's going on here. But the interesting thing is, like, even with this simple material, like, you're able to kind of expand on those objects and make them feel more like what they're supposed to be, right? So you have dirt blocks with grass tops, you have a wooden bridge, you have the tree with the leaves, you have water with lily pads. So like our mind is filling in the blanks here, and it's doing a lot for us. This is so cool. 3D pixel art. Yeah, it looks like a voxel environment. So very, very cool. Yeah, hey, I love Minecraft too, so all good. all good. No, that's perfect. It's perfect. No, so this is great, guys. Fantastic. Amazing work. Very, very cool. So let's jump into the lesson now so we can start talking about landscapes. All right, so amazing work again, guys. Thanks so much for sharing and for tagging Renderpool, letting us know what you're working on. It's what we're doing it for. We want to see this. Doesn't care. I don't care how simple it is. I don't care how base it is. Like, if you did something, tag us, share it, let us know. You can do it in the class gallery here if you want to be low key about it. Or if you're feeling a little brave and you want to show the world, then tag us on the Twitters. Let us know what you're working on. Tag ApeCoin, tag Angie, tag myself, tag Renderpool, so we can see it. So let us know what you're working on. All right, how we feeling? Y'all ready to get this landscape thing going? Let's do this. All right, so we do have like a simple base environment here, right, that we started with. But we can, get rid of some of this stuff. We won't really need it, but we can generate a landscape in here and just kind of keep it in here. So if you're working in a certain like build that you already have going, you can just generate the landscape in the same place. That's okay. No big deal. No big deal. So you can move landscapes around. You can push them aside, stuff like that. So it's not too much of a concern. All right. So let's see. Landscape. I'll do one quick thing. All right. So I can copy this. Open. Image tab. All right. All right. Let's get this landscape going. So let me show you where the landscape thing is at. I can't seem to get this view. What's the trick? How so, Jima? Which view? Like, are you in the third person map tab? Right here? Minus flat. Flat. Like you have a flat plane or something. Like you don't need any of this stuff right now. We're gonna do something. Can't see in. Let's see where she's at. But I'll just keep kind of. So we're gonna be in the landscape mode here on the left. So
maybe she's in the first person.
Oh.
But then click escape.
So there's a perspective things here. You can go to the top, and if you're like seeing the top or like the side or something, click the word perspective up here, and it'll take you back to this view. Let's see what it looks like inside. Let me see. You got it? Okay. Sweet. All right. Yeah, so again, right click in the viewer to move your camera. You could use WASD, like a game, to move around, right? Just, going through some basics one more time. Just making sure. If y'all have any questions on basic things, just let me know. We can remind you, okay? You remember to add objects. You can add objects here, stuff, lights, shapes, so all that good stuff. But yeah, let's get to the landscape. So top left, there's a mode selection thing here. So you can see this on the top left. You want to go to the landscape mode. That is where we will be working. Okay. So let me know if y'all see this okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click into my landscape mode and let that get going. So go ahead and get that going, everybody. And we will start describing what the hell all this is. What is all this stuff? All right. Y'all see it okay? Have you changed anything like zoom speed or scroll? It seems like a struggle. Yeah, if you hold right click and you scroll the mouse wheel up or down, you can change the speed of your camera. Hold right click and scroll the mouse wheel up and you'll go like fast. Or scroll it down and you'll go slow. Yeah. Zoomies. Yeah, you get the zoomies. Yeah.
It saves. Yeah. It saves lives.
Yeah, it's so handy. Can you show how to get into landscape mode one more time? Yeah, all good. So real quick, you start here, right? So to get into landscape mode, it's top left. Right? So you click on this box up here. It will say selection mode, because that's, you can select stuff here to move and grab and build your world and whatever. So you want to click on that mode little box and go down to landscape mode. If you want a shortcut, you could hit Shift +2, but just go up here and click landscape mode. All right, so this is giving us a preview of what our landscape's going to look like when we generate it. We don't need it to be too big. We just kind of need something simple. You can make it bigger. But for now, let's just roll with the default setting. But up at the top, you're going to see 3 kind of mode buttons right here. Or how should we say, like Yeah, I guess it's like different modes within that landscape mode. So we're on a manage right now. Manage is to create a landscape or manage it, work with it, affect it. Sculpt is to build on it, sculpt it, flatten it, smoothen it, but we don't have a landscape yet, right? So there's nothing here. It says right here, no landscape. Then there's the paint mode, which we will get into, where you can paint some grass and dirt, and we're going to do that. But not yet. So we want a landscape first. We want to create a new one, right? That's the next thing. Right down here, you see create new, and there's import from file. So what you just need to do is create a new one. But for some advanced topics, import from file, just so you can see, and I will show you. So there's this thing called height maps. Again, you don't really need to know this. This is just one. I'm going to do a sidestep here and talk about something more advanced. But height maps allow you to generate a landscape based off of an image. It's super cool. So remember on last material class, I talked about how black is 0 and white is 1. It's like literally number information. So like the darkest areas are the deepest areas, and the white areas are the tallest areas. So when you generate from an image, it creates height from this height map based off of the dark and the white areas. Super cool. Again, I'm not going to cover too much on it because it's a bit more advanced, but maybe for funsies here at the end, we can generate one from a height map just so you can see what that looks like, but it's super cool. All right. So what we want to do is create a new one. We want to just create a flat, plain landscape so we can do the mountain building and all that good stuff. So let's the next section is material. We don't have a material yet. So if we had one built up, we can add it here so we can just start with it. But we don't have one for it, so let's just keep cruising down. Down at the bottom, we have a location. So you could literally move the placement of this, right? So you can move it aside, wherever you want, but no really reason to do that. You can just leave it where it's at because you can still move it in the end. There's rotation and scale, all good. We'll just leave that where they're at. Down here at the bottom is this section on sizing. So the resolution and the components are kind of affect the same way, but like if you want this to be bigger, you could do like, hit 20 on this side. So it adds, 20 of these like components is what they're calling it. These like squares, right? So right now I have a 20 by 8. I could do a 20 by 20. Right? But I don't want it to be that big. I'm just going to reset that back to 8 by 8. Because, yeah, this is just what I need. I'm going to tell you this. The bigger you make this thing, the more work you're giving yourself. So, maybe even consider doing a 4 by 4 for now. Right? There's no reason to go huge. I know you want to. You probably want to. But you're just going to kind of give yourself more work. 1 by 1 it is. Yeah, 1 by 1 it is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it tends to be that way, right? we want to go big, but if you go big, oh man, it's going to be a lot of work for yourself. So I'm going to make it a little smaller, and so I'll just do 4 by 4, just so I can have some space to work with. Then there's this resolution. Like I said, the resolution kind of ends up acting the same way. You increase the resolution, it's adding more of those squares. So if you notice, like, why resolution? What does that mean? So we have components, the yellow squares, and then we have resolution, like these smaller squares. So actually, if we scale this down to like 50 and 50 here, it makes the little green squares smaller and smaller. So if I go back, they got bigger. So if you want more resolution when you're sculpting, maybe you want your mountain to be a little more higher definition, you would mess with the scaling and the resolution. Some of this stuff is more advanced. You don't have to worry about this. What you have here default is fine. Don't worry. So I haven't even really touched anything here, to be honest. All I've done is go to manage. I'm on the new button right here because we need to make a new one. We're in create new because we need to make a new landscape. We don't have a material, so don't worry about that. And I've just made this smaller. It used to be an 8x8, but you know, you can bring it down to a 4x4 or a 2x2 if you want to work on a smaller scale. So no big deal. 2 questions once you get that far in the process. Are there any rules about how drastic the elevation changes can be without causing tearing in game? Like tearing, do you mean like frames per second type of thing? Like where there's screen tearing, like where you get like, are you talking about quality? Yeah, I mean that comes down to like, you know, how dense is your game? You know, is there a lot going on? You know, so screen tearing I wouldn't worry about too much until you get like just like a really dense game. So what is the best practice to keep file size down? Optimization throughout your entire game. So like, does your landscape need to have a high resolution to it, or can you get away with a lower resolution? So your landscape can be pretty big, you know, and try not to bring the scale smaller to try to create more density or resolution. Keep it default the way it is. You'll know if you need more, but I'm going to be honest, most of the time you can hide landscape with assets. So the only time you're doing something intense with landscapes is like sculpting mountains. You know, you might get some stretching on the material, but you can do cliff wall assets as well, so no big deal. Like you can hide. The power of game development is like movie magic too, right? You can you can hide things that don't look good with assets and stuff, so extra pieces. But optimization mainly in your materials is going to be key. So look up material optimization in games for the best way to bring down your file size, because materials are the sure way to like really kill your game file size and the quality of as far as how it runs. So 2K files and down, create atlases when you can. You know, keep things lower resolution as possible, and that'll really help you. Okay, so let's create this landscape, right? So I got what I wanted. Honestly, again, I have not really done anything, right? All I've done is gone to landscape mode. I'm in the manage section. I went to create new. I left this all literally at default, and I'm just gonna hit create new. Let it do its thing. Let it think.
You know what my question is?
What's your question? What's your question?
You didn't show me that.
Whoa!
You just watched me building or trying to build a mountain, and yeah, okay. And now I see, okay, it's easier.
I definitely, well, I'm the type of teacher that I don't like to tell you everything right away. Oh my god. Yeah, it is going rather slow right now. I think I have too much stuff open, or Unreal is bugging on me right now. I think it's bugging on me right now. Your PC is slow. Oh, that's what you didn't tell her. Yeah, I need a NASA PC. Exactly, Elithira. Yes. Yeah, I couldn't show Angie the right way to do it.
Too.
Yeah, I don't have the PC for it. Yeah, this is taking a hot minute, isn't it? What is going on? I think it's bugging on me. If Unreal bugs on you, because it will bug on you, restart. Restart. I've had Unreal open all morning, to be honest. So, yeah, I should have. Oh damn, we got 85%. Here we go. Let's go.
Wow. Oh.
Can we get some excitement in the chat, please? Oh my god. Feed the hamster. Look at Professor's comment. Feed the hamster trial.
Yeah.
No, you did not say that. Oh my god. Thank you, guys. That was woof, man. My heart is racing. I'm sweating a little bit. That was exhilarating. Holy shit. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh my god. All right. Everybody behave. Hey, TJ just moved. It's TJ. Stop it, TJ. Nah. No, hey, that's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see what TJ got real quick. I have too many windows open too.
Oh yeah, the hamster is really slow.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool? That's super cool. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Now you got an awesome landscape.
Wow.
Do some mountains in the background. Super cool, man. Super cool.
TJ. Chill.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Super dope. All right, let's start showing you some tools on this, how to use the landscapes. I mean, is that how it's supposed to look, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, you got it. Now you can start sculpting. So my template didn't get smaller and I don't have the circle. My computer. Ace. Oh no,
I love
professor.
this too.
Professor, no. No. Oh my god. You silly boy. All right, so now we're gonna get into some sculpting. All right, so now that we have a landscape, now we can use the sculpting section, right? So which circle, Jima? I saw your comment, but I wasn't quite sure. My template didn't get smaller, and I don't have the circle. Let's see. But slowly. The double circle. The thing is the brushes. Oh yeah, if you just hover your mouse in there, you'll see the circles. Just go to the sculpting tab. So we were in manage, and then when you generate a landscape, it'll automatically put you in sculpt, and then from there you'll see the brushes up top here, and we're on sculpt, and you'll see those brushes there. So just start clicking, guys. Right there. Boom. You know, hold the left click and just drag around, and you'll immediately start sculpting on the ground, right? So very simply put, have fun with that. Just sculpt around and see what you can make. Now, let's keep pushing on the brushes, right? So we got sculpt. That's what this one does. It brings up the landscape from its default location. It brings it up. And the longer you hold in a location, the higher it grows. So when you that's wrong. When you drag it around, you'll get kind of an mostly even drag. It depends on the speed of it as well. And oh wow, TJ said, yeah, you can erase. So that's the next brush actually. But let's say you want to bring it down. Actually, if you hold Shift, we're still in sculpt. It holds Shift and click, and you'll actually bring this thing down. Right? So interesting enough. So hold Shift and bring it down. Now I left click again and I bring it back up. And I hold Shift and I can bring it back down. So it won't bring it down completely evenly. If you move the mouse, you might sink a little further down, right? So you're like, damn, I got these pits now, or like these like sunken areas. How do I get rid of that? So the next thing is the erase brush, which is what Gmail asked about. So if I click on erase, I drag it over these areas. What it does is it brings it back to the 0 position. So now when I go down here low and I look, you see how even that is? So I've erased the information, right? If it's positive or negative, right? So you can see here, I've gone into the negative and the positive by sculpting up and down. So if I drag it over that area, I flatten it back to 0. Really, really simple. Yeah, you can shape well with it too. Yeah, even with the sculpt and holding Shift, you can kind of like tap on things and, you know, kind of bring it down a little bit. But obviously, you kind of start sinking in certain areas, so you can go back to erase and level it back out if you want to keep it level. It doesn't erase at all. It doesn't erase all. Make sure your tool strength is at 0.3 or higher, so it's not so slow. But it should erase all the what you have here. So yeah. If your landscape thing is acting kind of funny, you could save and restart Unreal. You know, again, obviously there's just some bugs sometimes. But what if I want to set a trap where player dies? You said Do a sculpt below a certain line. You can sculpt down low if you want them to fall on something on the landscape itself, or you can use a visibility brush to delete the landscape. But we need a material for that. So
Yes,
we will.
teacher, yes.
Yeah,
Saving.
I'm saving right now. Saving right now. But I'll show you how to do a visibility brush. Okay, let's move forward. So, all right, I sculpted. Let's get some sculpting going here. Let's create some mountains. Let's do something funky. All right. Now, this isn't exactly beautiful. So it's very lumpy and, not the best. Let's say maybe you want more of a smoother area. So this is where the smooth brush comes in. If you drag over an area that looks a bit rough, it makes it nice and smooth. Especially these lower areas. You see how you can see a bit of a transition? It's not so clean. You can hover over it, just left click and drag over it, and it blends it into the landscape much better. So you see that? I want caves in my landscape. Is that a layer thing? If you want caves, you could do cutouts with a visibility brush, or build it up honestly with assets.
Yeah.
Just
With rocks.
Yeah. So if I just go here and shapes, and I bring out a cube, like, there's cliff assets, right? So even in the ODK, you'll have like the desert boneyard. You'll get cliff walls, and you can just sort of like, build up a cave with those rock walls. So that way you are making it look like a cave, and the landscape is just just where you walk on. So I'm going to bring down the brush size. And so I flatten this. So, boom, there you go, So it's just up to you. There's a variety of ways to do it. And honestly, it's more simple than you think. You don't need some like complicated cave system or something. Like, it's using the right assets will get you the results you're looking for. Okay. So you saw what I did there? I know my player's going to walk here, and I wanted a flat area. So I literally have a flattened brush to do just that. So let's say I like this level. Like, there's a hill here, and my player can walk up it, and they can walk up onto this flat area. I can take this flattened brush and literally, where I start and push out from, it'll keep that same height forever. So no matter where I go, it'll keep that same height. So if you really like the height of something and you want it to kind of be even all the way across and flat, that flatten tool will do exactly that. So super handy. I use the flatten tool a lot. It really comes in handy. So, whoa, crazy FF Racer. Wild. Holy. You probably used like some sort of alpha brush with like black and white. Let's see. I'm not sure how I got this effect, but it makes perfect blocks when sculpting. Yeah, you might have used like some sort of like pattern brush, and it might have had like an alpha like channel on it with a black and white. And so it's like black is off, white is on. So black is 0, white is 1. So that information in between, there's not a lot of it. So you get these perfect sculpted high locations and these perfect flat areas that are down lower. So, just the way we saw the landscape height map. So this has gradual grays in between them. The brush you had probably had like like a checkerboard, black, white, black, white, black, white. So you end up with, and so I'm going to show this here on the stream so people can see. There you go. Right. So this is what FF Racer ended up with, because they're using probably a kind of like a texture image on the brush, and you get these interesting results on it. So, and you see the high raised parts are where the white was, and the black checkers are where the lowest parts are. So black and white. But on a height map, you get the variance, between gray, white, gray to black. So you get this sort of really cool lifted mountain look to it. And I'm going to generate one here at the end. So we'll get that going in a little while. All right. So we got the flatten tool, but
Here,
now, yeah.
wait a second.
Oh yes.
Here is a question of
Labor out of assets.
where's Play Crypto?
Okay. Yeah. To new areas. Yeah, Linkoid, yeah, they're honestly using cliff walls and assets like that to build up the caves, and then they just copy those around. Yeah, honestly. Yeah. The landscape is just for you to mainly to walk on, but you can carve into it or delete sections of it for sure, absolutely. When I added the landscape, I had a shiny material on the floor of the default structure. This material started flickering out the ground under. Is this a good? Oh, so yeah, the landscape started on the ground like at 0, and your floor was also at 0. So I think what you're seeing is some Z fighting going on. Did it look like this? Was it going crazy like this? So this is called Z fighting, which is where two material or two. I'm gonna look away from here because that's disorienting. But yeah, so what that is two objects are so perfectly aligned together in the 3D space that the polygons are fighting each other to be visible. Like they're just coming in and out, in and out, in and out, because they're like literally at the perfect position on top of each other. So the minute you sculpt down or away from it and try to break it up, you'll get rid of that, right? So here, I do the same thing and I get rid of it. There's a little bit here, I get rid of it there. So yeah, when there's two 3D objects in the exact same location, yeah, that's kind of what's going on, actually.
Something like this.
How poignant. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Angie just posted a GIF of two, the tomcat. I forgot the other cat's name, but the alley cat fighting each other. Yeah, over and over, punching each other over and over and over. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So it's called Z fighting, where two objects are so aligned, their textures are kind of battling each other. So the minute you move one, just that it could be by like a freaking millimeter, something teeny tiny, and it'll go away. So it just needs to not be in the exact same position. So, all right. So the next brush is ramp. So let me save my work here real quick. I know that there's a bug with the ramp tool sometimes. So I'm going to save my work, and I encourage you to do too.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Angie has actually seen this in real time. So let's say, okay, cool, I have my cave, but I want people to get on top of the cave. And I don't know, I can sculpt something, but it's a little tough, right? Like I'm like, how do I get it to be like perfect? It's all blobby, and I'm like, maybe I can flatten it, here, but it's just doesn't look good. So we fly out. Yeah, there you go. J Dunk figured it out. So what you can do, and I'm gonna go ahead and start over. Oh, whoops, my fault. Wrong brush. So I'm just gonna flatten this so I can start over. I'm gonna hit the ramp tool. I'm gonna click where I want to start. And then I'm going to click where I want to end. Right?
Oh, it's working for you.
Yeah, well, it's once I hit the add ramp, I think, is when it breaks. But it's working well for J-Dunk, so we're good so far.
Yeah.
But I have 2 points. All I did was click once and click a second time. That's all I've done. I can move these, right? So if it's just too high, I can lower this down. All right? I can move it aside. I can move it wherever I want, essentially. If I'm happy with this, I can click the add ramp button. Voila, magic. Magic. And then I can go back to sculpt, right, to get rid of it. And now I'm good. Now I can take my smooth tool, right, the smooth brush. I'm going to make this brush size smaller. So I didn't talk about this yet because I just kind of want you to have fun with brushes. But on the left side, you have some settings here. The most important one is brush size, right? You can make this smaller. Now we got a small brush. And now I can smoothen this out. And just brush around. Happy little hills. We're brushing. And there you go. Now I got this cool ramp that we can go up. Yeah. And you could use this in a variety of ways, right? So like I can go back to my ramp. I can click down below here, click on maybe the midsection, add another ramp, right? Go back to sculpt so I can see, and there you go. And then take my smooth brush, smoothen this out. So now look how easy it was to add these sort of like hills to it. Now you can have some player pathing here and have a character walk up this. So I didn't talk about it yet, but maybe some of you have seen the ODK build that I did this past weekend with the other games team. You know, the Bone Deed. I did a lot of this stuff. You know, adding there's a lot of verticality to it. So there's a lot of hills and things you can walk up. You know, that's kind of the key, is just utilizing these tools back and forth, so you can just kind of make it easy and understandable for a player to walk up. So do that, some nice blending, and there you go. You got something kind of interesting. And then what I would do, you know, just to get into a little bit of world building stuff, is if you have like rocks or a cliff asset or something, this little pocket right here, there's some like negative space where there's one hill here, one hill there. You can put rocks up in there, you know, and you can copy this, make this taller. You jam it into the corner there, copy it again, maybe make this a little smaller. And then, you know, decorate along the edges of these hills. And suddenly we got something kind of interesting going. And I'm just using blocks, you know. This is no big deal. You use these like flatter blocks at the base here, make it look interesting. And so here you go. Now you got this like kind of cool pathway with rocks to sort of like create an edge. I can like twist this a little bit. And these rock assets are kind of telling the player like, oh, I can walk up between this, you know? Yeah, Gmos, so with the ramp tool, I'm making these little pathways. So I have the ramp tool selected up top here. I'm selecting down low where I want the ramp to start. And then I click the next location where I want the ramp to end. And then I hit the add ramp button on the left. Add ramp right there. Click on that. Add ramp right here on the left. And it creates a ramp. I could go back to my sculpt or smooth tool, whatever, to just kind of get rid of these, like, you know, you want to see your work, right? So like, all right, how do I get rid of those? You could just go to another brush and start working, and they disappear. So I can click on flatten, clean the area up around it, and go back to smooth and then blend it in. Just like that. Is there a standard height limit to set to make sure a player character can climb, run over it? I mean, honestly, I think it's like about a 45. So let's maybe select this one. Let me thin it out. I think it's about a 45-degree angle. So you could take a plane or a thin rectangle, lock your rotation little transform at the top right to 45. You know, it actually might be less than 45. I'm not sure what the maximum is actually. We can let's see. Let me save my work real quick. Let's do default. Let's do current camera location. It's definitely going to be lower. It's got to be like 35 or something. Yeah, not a 45. You slide down from that. So less than that step height setting. You could probably adjust the step height setting. Yeah, but I think with the default, I think it's going to be lower than that. So if I do maybe like, let's go down by 5 degrees on the, let's do, so this is like 30 degrees. 35 degrees. Yeah, a little funky, but doable. So no more than 40 or 35 or 40 degrees. So check for that, I guess. If you just have a simple asset laying around like that, rotate it. And, you know, yeah, you could just kind of get away with it for the default setting. Yeah. So I'll just delete that. All right, so let's go back to landscape. All right, so these next brushes, honestly, I don't think they I think you really got to finesse them a bit, but erosion and hydro do the same thing. They just add some variation to the edges of a ramp. So the edges of like a wall or like a cliff wall or mountain wall. So when you click on it, it kind of it's not super detailed, but it adds some like lumpiness to it. Like the erosion one tries to make it look like kind of dry breakup erosion, and then the hydro makes it look a little smoother, where it's kind of more like water erosion. But I really think you need to have a higher resolution on your landscape in order for these brushes to make sense. And I think right now with our resolution, it's not very high. So you can see there's a little bit of like interesting variation here. Like it's not completely smooth. It's like a little lumpy and bumpy, I guess I would say. But yeah, I think you need to work with a higher resolution landscape to really make these shine. So like I said, with this erosion one, it's a little stiffer, a little more angular, because it's supposed to mimic dry kind of. You can see how sharp these little edges are right here. Whereas the hydro will be a lot more like, like water. So it'll be smoother bumps. But you can see here how it's kind of uneven as I'm dragging it. You can see how it's kind of wavy. It's almost like making it uneven like water. The landscape's perfectly square or rectangular. Can that? Yeah, so right now the landscape is perfectly square, but we can definitely cut that down using a visibility brush, which I will show you very, very soon. So we're actually getting there. So noise, same thing, kind of like water and hydro. It's going to do the same thing. It's just going to add some variation to the ground. So water, hydro, noise, they do the same thing. They kind of add variation and texture to the landscape. So I don't use them a whole lot, because most of the time I'm using assets as cliff walls. So like the way Linkoid was saying, like, once you have a cliff, most of the time you're using assets to build up that cliff wall. So, you're kind of like using interesting looking models and shapes to kind of build up a rock wall essentially. So, and then you're kind of sculpting and brushing around that. So, like smoothing this out. I can flatten the top here. So I like the way this cliff wall looks here. I can flatten that. And then I can flatten the base of it so I can see that cliff. And then I'll smooth around the edges so that, it looks like the cliff is blended into the wall. Yeah. So that's honestly how I would work cliff walls. Using the hydro and noise and all that. I don't know. Yeah, you're going to get... Like I said, you really need a high detailed landscape, and then using like height maps will honestly do all this for you. Like look at all these little crevices of rivers and stuff. Height maps do all that work for you. So you could do it manually, or if you want to make adjustments, but a simple height map will just literally take care of all that detail for you. It's interesting. All right, so let's go on to the next section. So yeah, we'll cover visibility there. So let's create a landscape material now. So let's make this look like something, some color. I don't have the same tool settings you do. I have only strength. Do you have brush settings maybe toggled down, Gma? So when you're on sculpt or erase or smooth, one of those, you'll see tool settings with tool strength, or brush size, and fall off under the brush settings. I'll show you one more thing while maybe Gmail kind of finds that. But brush fall off, that's an interesting one. Right now we're at 0.5, so it's 50. Are you? She doesn't have brush settings. Are you under like maybe ramp or something, or a different tool? Sometimes different tools won't have the same settings, so make sure you're on sculpt or one of these other brushes, And you should have a brush settings here on the left with brush size and fall off. Okay. So fall off is basically the area in between the midpoint and the edge. So if I'm at 0.5, you kind of see here how this circle is like, perfectly in the middle, and then there's a larger circle on the outside. If I increase my fall off, you see here see how the circle got smaller? And you go all the way and it gets even smaller. So that inner circle is where I'm doing the 100% of the effect. And the outer edge falls off to 0. All right. So remember how I was explaining the height maps? How everything's a number. Black is 0, white is 1, and anything in between is gray. So from here, it goes down from 1 to 75% to 50%, and then 25%, and then 100, all the way to 0 on the black area. So it's the same theory here. It's the same theory. So the center is 100%, and the outer edge is like 0. So my fall off, I'm telling it basically. So if I do like a sculpting with this like weird setup, you see how it's doing like a pinpoint raise up? Because it's going all the way 100% of what I have my settings to right in the middle, and the rest is to all the way down to 0, so you get this smooth effect. If I lowered my brush fall off all the way to 0, look at that. Now my center point, I'll adjust it just a little bit so you can see that the circle in the middle has gotten really big now. Now if I sculpted this, look at this. 100% of my effect is going within that inner ring still, but that inner ring is huge now, and I only have a little bit of fall off. So therefore there's only a little bit of smoothness on the outer edges. So if I have it, I'm zooming around here. So if I have it set back to 0.5, just like this, and then I sculpt, I get a much smoother sculpt out of it. So you see the differences? This is almost 100 or almost to 1 or 100% sculpt. This is almost 0% sculpt, and then this is a 50% sculpt. I'll show this again. So now you can see an idea of how these height maps work, right? The height maps work because the 100% locations go up, and the 0% locations that are black stay low, or keep low. They stay down. And anything in between is a variation of that black or white, so it's gray, so it's a percentage. So therefore, it's like, almost white is like 80, 75%, 80%. Almost black is like, 10, 15%, something like that, so it gets lower. So a little bit of math, I know, but it's not hard math. This is simple stuff, and it's color. A little bit of color, goes into it. So I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Is everybody good on that? The fall off brush and how it works. Let me know if you're confused still. But that's a brush fall off, and you could use that to just like sculpt smoother hills and things. Smoother mountains. But you can still come with a smooth tool and smoothen this, Lithira. So look, I can smoothen that terribly ugly looking pillar I just made. I can smoothen that. So no big deal. When I add a shape, how do I move it and edit it? Like one of these shapes, TJ, you have to get out of landscape mode, and then you can select it when you're in selection mode. So you can't edit an object when you're in landscape mode. You have to go back to selection mode in order to select that object. Yeah. All good. All right, let's keep it going. This is it's getting I know it's kind of a longer class going through all these brushes and stuff, but now I'm going to go into my content folder, and I'm going to make a material for our landscape. So let's go ahead and do that. So if you were here at the last class, nice. Play crypto. Yeah, that looks crazy. Yeah, have fun with it. Yeah, have fun, man. Yeah, that's wild. That looks wild. Let me bring this up real quick. So this is what Play Crypto just did. Just having fun with it, sculpting these like insane towers. Yeah, why not? You know, have fun with it. You can make some weird stuff, and you throw a texture on this. I don't know. Looks like Mount Doom now or something. You know? Yeah, Lord of the Rings vibes. Exactly. All right. So if you were here last class, you probably have a materials folder, right? So down in the content drawer. So all the way at the bottom left, there's a content drawer. You can click on it here. It'll bring it up. You can click Control Spacebar to quickly bring it up. You can dock this thing too if you wanted to. There's a button here on the right. It's called Dock and Layout. So if you see it here, click on that. And now when I close this, I had lowered it, so I'm going to bring it back up. So you can actually dock it down here at the bottom, so you don't have to keep opening it anymore. So it's your decision. You could do either one. You could just hit the X on it to exit out of it, and then open it again, and then go back to dock layout again, and you can redo it. So you can continuous loop. You can keep it down here, or break or close out of it and bring it back up again. All right, so I'm going to make a new folder. So I'm going to go to my materials folder, right, that we had made last time. But I'm going to make a new folder and call this landscape, right? I'm going to go inside of this folder, my landscape folder. I'm going to make a new material. So interestingly enough, you make a landscape material the same way you made a base material for your objects. So, but I'm going to call this M for material. And I'm just going to call this landscape, just M landscape for now. So, all right, if y'all are keeping up, you let me know if I'm going too fast. But I'm going to open up this landscape material. So again, all I did was I made a folder. I right-clicked in that folder, and I went to, I right-click and I go to material to create a new one. Once I create a new one, I name it to M_landscape. I double-clicked on it, and now I've opened it. All right. So if you created your file, your game file with a starter content, you will have the the files that I'm about to share with you, that I'm about to show you. If you don't see these files over in the class resources channel, you will see some images that I've shared, right? So class resources will take you to the channel where you can grab these textures, but you don't have to grab these. I'm just putting them there if you don't see what I see. So let's take a look. All right, so I'm going to open my content drawer, and I'm going to, let's see, I'm just going to type in, well, I'm going to click on my starter content folder. Lost, but we'll watch this on the tube. Okay, yeah, sorry, Gma. It will be rewatchable, yeah. But all I've done is create a new material. I'm in my material, and I've gone to my content drawer in the bottom left. There's a starter content folder right here. With that selected, I'm going to type in the word grass, and you'll see a grass material and its textures here. I don't want this material. I want to create my own material, so I just need the textures. So I'm going to grab these two textures, the diffuse and the normal. So I'm going to click on one, hold shift, click on the other to select them both, and I'm going to drag these into my scene. And I'm going to separate them a little bit. Put this blue one down here, which is a normal, and the grass up here. I'm going to move over to my output. Now I'm going to go back into my content drawer, and I'm going to type in rock. Right? I still have my starter content folder selected, right? So I see quite a few rocks here, but I want this one, rock basalt diffuse, rock basalt normal. So I'm going to hold shift, select them both, and bring that out here. And do the same thing. I'm going to separate them a bit. And keep them in the same order. This is important. You want to make sure you're organized here. All right. Now, let's not overwhelm. Let's just do this for now. Let's do this for now. So we have a grass and a rock. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to blend these together so I can paint with them. All right. So let me know if I'm losing you guys. Let me know if you have questions or if this is making sense. All right. But again, this will be recorded. You can watch back, so no big deal. But I am here for you. Let me know, and I will catch with the speed. Only seeing the spheres. Do you have any of these tabs up here selected, like material, static mesh, texture, following? Sweet. Thanks, Hannah. Thanks. If you only see the spheres, then you can actually double click on these spheres, and if you scroll around you can find the texture. This is complicated, I know, but there's a texture image right here and it'll show you where it's at. But simply put though, if you're in the starter content folder and you just type in the word rock, you should be able to find the material and the texture. But if you don't, then simply go to class resources right here and download those images that are there. And it's the same images. It's the same thing. So go ahead and grab those if you're not finding them. Yep. Okay, cool. Nice. Awesome, J Dunk. Sounds good. Perfect. I know, there's a little bit more going on here. Yeah, so it's a little more complicated, but you will get something very cool out of this in the end. So, all right, so if you don't find them, go to class resources channel here in the Discord and download those textures. But other than that, they will be in the starter content, and you could simply just search with rock or type in grass, and you will see these items here, and you just select them and drag them out. If you want to add them to your materials folder, let's say you had to download them, then I'm going to go back to my landscape folder, and I'm literally going to drag those images to into my folder here. So I can, let me go back here, into camp resources, week 3. Landscape textures. So I have a folder here with those textures. So all I need to do is literally drag them out. So I'm gonna make a folder just to be a little neat about it. So I'm gonna do create folder. I'm gonna do textures. I'm gonna call it landscape textures. I'm gonna open it, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all of my textures here and literally just drag them into here. And you'll see at the bottom right that they're importing. If it gives you some little warning pops up saying something about grass N was imported as normal map, that's totally fine. That's normal. That's actually okay. So we'll let them, you can click OK, or they'll just disappear. And then you could use these and drag them out onto your material editor or your material graph here. So you could do either one, right? You could find them in Unreal in your starter content, which is what I did. If you don't see them, then we can just drag them out. It's a headshot. Do we need to take a screenshot for badge? Well, if you're here, we can give out the badge, actually. I know we're going a little over on time, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
But yeah, we would be happy about some posts on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do a material like painting on a landscape, yeah, we'd love for you to share it. You know, let us know, you know, that you're working on stuff and that you've learned something here. It'd be awesome. But yeah, we will be giving the badgers shortly, the badge code for your attendance and for hanging out and learning with us. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Now we got the images here. And now we're going to blend them together. So I know this is maybe getting a little more advanced, so hold on tight, everybody. Hold on tight. All right, so I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to search for a landscape layer blend. Right, so we're getting into nodes and blueprints and stuff, so just let us know if you have questions. But I'm looking for a landscape layer blend. Landscape layer blend. All right, this is what I have right here, this little node. This is going to help me merge these two textures together. How do we do that? There's nothing on it. It's empty, right? It's just one little node. On the left hand side, in the details panel, there's a layer section. Each texture will be a layer, right? So when I select my landscape layer blend node, I go to the layers and I hit this little plus button right here to add an element. It's letting me add a layer to it. Now you have two of them, so I'm going to hit it one more time. So now I have two of them, right? And if I open these up, I hit the little down arrow. I'm going to make this smaller here. You can see here it says layer name on index 0 and layer name again on index 1. So I know my first texture is grass. So I'm going to name this, and the layer name, I'm going to name it grass. And this is just for organization, just so I know what's going on. And then I'm going to name this one rock, right? And you don't have to do anything else. That's it. Just grass and rock. This rocks. Yeah, 100%. Glad you don't follow Glow J Dunk. All right. So now you could guess what's coming next. You connect the grass to the grass and the rock to the rock, right? Just like this. Now I'm going to connect this end of this. Since these are my diffuse or my colors, right? This is the color information, right? Diffuse, base color, albedo, that is all color files, right? So these were called diffuse. So with the D at the end, that means it's your color texture. Material graph is just in your material. So we created M landscape Gma. So if you double click on M landscape, it opens up this window. No, in Ethrock. Oh my God. Hook us up, Stack. Hook us up. All right, so now we have our textures connected to the layer blend. Now I know this is color information, so I'm just going to connect the end of this node to the color input on the material. So now these are connected. It's two textures being blended together into the base color. But now we have something else. Like, what the hell are these? This is a normal map, right? So this is what makes our textures look 3D. It's some 3D information. So we can add these in to make the grass and the rock look textural and three-dimensional. Make it look 3D. So I'm going to pull these up a little bit. Now I can either just right-click and look for another landscape layer blend. Again, that's landscape layer blend. All right, or you can simply copy. You can hit Control C on this, Control C, and then Control V to paste it. But I'm just gonna go with my clean fresh one here, so we can start fresh, so you can see the process again. You're so lost. Okay, where did you get lost, TJ? Where did you get lost? And I'll
At the beginning.
I'll watch back. Yeah, I know. This is a little strange. Okay, so the nodes. Okay, yeah, all good. So basically all I've done so far is I created a new folder in my materials folder called landscape. Inside of this landscape folder, I hit right click and I created a new material. My new material, I named it M_landscape. I open this landscape material by double clicking on it, and I end up, I'm going to move this out of the way, and I end up with this empty material field, just like this. All I have is my output and the graph editor. That's all I have. So I know I want to make a landscape brush or material that has grass and rock so I can paint on my landscape. So I need to bring those textures into the material graph. So I'm going to go down here to the bottom left where it says content drawer. I click on that. If you started with the starter content, look for this folder here and select it. And then on the top
What
right
is
here,
the name?
starter
Starter
content.
content.
Yeah.
So small.
Starter content. Yeah, I need to maybe try to make my UI a bit bigger. Yeah, and in the starter content, I can search for stuff because other than that, when I click on it, you'll see all these folders. I can go to materials. You'll find all this stuff here. But I'm going to just go back to starter content, and I'm going to type right here, grass, right at the top. And suddenly I see a grass material and grass textures. I need the texture images, not the material. I want to make my own material, so I don't need this material sphere here. I just need the images, which these are. And if you look down at the bottom, it says texture, and this says material at the very bottom, like small little writing. Yeah, I know, Hannah. I know it feels that way. It really does feel that way. It's a funny gif. Yeah. So I'm going to select these two and drag them into my material graph here. And I'm going to organize them a little bit. All right. So how are we feeling? Is some people catch up a little bit? I need a sec. Yeah. You really need a second computer screen. Yeah, it really goes a long way. I'm going to let you know right now, I'm using 3 computer screens, by the way, for stuff I work on. Oh, nice. Nice, Linkwood, with the write-up. With the right... All the devs in the chat just rejoiced.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can leave. Bye.
Thanks, Linkwood.
Lincoln is doing my work. Thank you. Much better.
God. Hannah's like, oh God, no, that doesn't help. Not helpful. Well, I'm glad we can have fun with this. I know it's complex, and I know it's not so fun sometimes. But okay. This is the part where we find the landscape layer blend. All right, get ready. This is it. You're bringing up a blueprint, TJ. How does it feel? You're working with blueprints. We suffer together. Yep. Absolutely. My head. My head. All right. So we got our window here. Material graph. We're in the material graph for our landscape material. Ooh, having to restart made it worse. Ooh, need more. Oh, yeah. I take it slow, Gmo. Take it slow. Please. Oh my God. All right, so we got our textures here, right? But this is for grass, right? These two. I'm going to bring this normal map down a little bit to get it out of the way. I'm going to go back into my content drawer, right? Down on the bottom left, right here, content drawer. I'm going to search now. I'm going to click the little X here to get rid of the word grass, and I'm going to type in the word rock. I'm going to look for the textures called rock basalt D, rock basalt N. I'm going to grab both of those, click and hold shift and click on the second one. I'm going to drag that into my scene as well. I'm going to take the color information, this image to the top here, right under my grass. And this one, the normal map, I'll explain what this does, so just follow along. Right underneath the grass normal map. Again, these normal maps give us 3D information for our textures. And you'll see, they're really cool how they work. So just the same way we use the normal map in the materials class in last class, it gave us a little bit of 3D information. Like the sci-fi panels looked a little more dimensional and stuff. That's what these normal maps are going to do for our grass and for our rock. Now that I have this set up, I'm going to right click just anywhere in my material graph. I'm going to right click with my mouse. This brings up your blueprints menu. There is a ton of stuff here. Tons of stuff. But don't worry. We're going to only look for what we need. And the way you do that is by searching for it. So you just right click and you're ready to search. And I'm going to type in landscape. And then I'm going to type in the word layer. Oops, I'm misspelling. And then the word blend. Landscape, layer, blend. So that's what we're looking for. I'll type that in here. So I'm going to do it again. Landscape, layer, blend. And here it is. And once I click on it, it appears. But it's empty. I need to tell it what I'm going to put in there. So right now it's just an empty box, but I need to tell it what textures are going in. When you click on a node, you'll notice that on the left side, the details panel gives you information about that node. Every time I click on something, the left panel changes. Depending on the node I have selected, each node has properties on what it does. On this material, I can change the type of material it is here from an opaque one, masked, translucent. I can click on my texture sample here. I could change the image that's inside of it if I wanted to. I don't want to right now though. You could change what type of image it is, a grayscale, normal, but it's not any of those. It's a color image. That's why it says color here. So every time you click on one, the details panel on the left does the same thing. Kind of similar to the way the details panel works out here. Oops. So when I click on a box, the details panel shows me information about that object. And you can see right here, details. And I click on the landscape, I get details about that landscape. But I am working in the material graph. So when I click on something, the details panel is on the left for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just on the other side. And I get information about it. So when I click on the landscape layer blend, I can fill in information here to get ready for my my blending. So right now, I know that I need layers because this is a landscape layer blend, and each texture is a layer, grass and rock. Those are different layers. Which details? 1, 2, 3, or 4. You're the details panel when you in the material graph. Linkoid. So yeah, you'll just have one. You basically click on the landscape layer blend and you'll see the layers here. And so I need to add some layers to it. Yeah, the white ball is fine. Don't worry about the white ball right now. We'll get information onto the landscape when we're done creating this. So I'm going to click on this little plus button right here. So I'm on my layers section. I'm going to click this little plus button right here, little tiny plus. That gives me one layer. But I have two. I have grass and rocks. So I'm going to click it one more time to add a second layer. So I have index 0, which is layer 1, and index 1, which is layer 2. Programming stuff, it starts from 0. I don't know. That's just the way it is. So layer 0, layer 1, maybe we'll call it. In these layers, there's layer name. And I'm going to name that accordingly. Layer name grass for index 0. And layer name rock here on the second one for index 1. Suddenly, look at our box here. It has information now. And I inputted that info. I told it what layers that I wanted. All right? So obviously, what comes next? I have to connect these textures to these layers. right? So grass goes to grass, rock goes to rock. And if this is my color information, I can plug the end of this into my base color. Index starts at 0 because it's like an offset, length, distance thing, not an item count. Oh, yeah. Okay, so right, it's starting at 0, right? That's where you start from. That makes sense, Linkoid. All right, how we doing, TJ? I'm looking at you, fam. I hope that made sense so far. There was more I wanted to cover in the class today, but I don't think we're going to be able to, unfortunately. This is getting a bit long, but all good. Good so far. Okay. Honestly, that's kind of it. It's good. All right, sweet. So let's do it one more time. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to type in landscape layer blend, right? Click on it. It's empty. I go to my details panel on the left, and I'm going to add 2 sections, right? Index 0. I want this to be for grass, but let's type in the word normal so I know what this is for. Grass, normal. And on the second one, I'm going to type in the layer name, rock, normal, because that's the type of image it is. On these first ones, I could have typed grass color, rock color, either one. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to leave them named like that. But this one, I'll say layer grass normal, rock normal. And then I'll plug them in accordingly. From the RGB little node here into their respective ones. So grass, normal, rock, normal. Now I look for the normal input on this material here on the right. I see it right here, normal, right there. So I'm going to drag out from this layer blend and connect that right there. All right, so for those following along, how are we looking? Has this made sense so far? Let me know. We're totally normal. Okay, Lithira, good. My man TJ's a little quiet. I hope I haven't broke him yet. No, I saw him up top. Okay, the rock now black. Yeah, and that's okay. It's going to be black because it has too many materials connected, so it's trying to. There's no information there yet that it can discern really. But we're gonna tell it on the landscape what to put down. So the material will always look like that. It'll always look black and kind of messed up. And that's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. This is fine. You see how mine is also just black? This is good. You're doing the right thing.
I have to tell something. Real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you to Figgy that you are here again. Means a lot for us.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know it. Yo, Figgy. We're getting into some complicated stuff with landscape layer blends, trying to create some brushes for landscapes. So people are following along, but this is definitely getting into some complex area. But I will say, though, doing this sort of material buildup with nodes will get you ready for blueprints, for game stuff, for game development, and for gamifying things. You could jump straight into that, but if some of you I know are getting overwhelmed at this point, this is a good way to kind of get your feet wet with like blueprints and nodes. So thanks for hanging in there. Yeah. How should we share the badge code at least so we don't go too far? Do we need a break? Y'all need some water? Do you maybe get a coffee?
Badge code at the end, to be honest.
Okay, all right.
I'm strict.
Oh, sorry, fellas. Sorry. TJ. At least we're having fun. People are laughing. Good. Okay. At least y'all are having some fun. Thanks for hanging out. Game development can be a bit boring, but when you're doing it together, it's a lot more fun. So I have a coffee right here. So if you're drinking coffee, cheers. I'm gonna take a swig. So here's to you. Toast. Yeah. Cheers. Linkoid said, "Whoa, this is not boring." Linkoid's like, "Not boring enough." I have a drink. I can't find material section that you have up on the left. On the left, the details panel. You can, if you don't see the details panel on this material window, go to the top. Linkoid's comment, I'm loving it, but then I'm probably autistic. I mean, we're all a little, you know,
Weird.
we're all a little special. We're all a little special. If you don't see the details panel, go to window at the top, Gmo, and look for the details word here on the left. And there should be a little check mark. If you don't, that means it's not open. So click on it to make it appear. You might have accidentally closed it. I don't know. So I did that, but it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4. You might have multiple details windows, but make sure you're clicking in the material window. So this thing that I have open here, window details. Yeah. Yeah, and this details panel, though, changes depending on what I'm clicking on, though. So if you're not seeing the same thing, it's because you have to click on a different object here, a different node, which will give you different details on the left. So, yes, it might be a bit of a different setup depending on the object you have chosen or selected.
Can you follow the question? Ethan has a question. Down.
Who has a question?
Ethan.
My
My
import
import of the image is failed.
failed. Interesting. I was able to drag them in. Let's see. What file type do you have? If you downloaded them from here, they should be render pool. Let's see. Game Dev Camp week 3. They should be PNGs. So make sure to not drag them off the screen if you open them, but actually save the hard files. They should be PNGs. Web, yeah, that's not going to work, Heathen. You have to download the file directly. Don't open it and then drag it out, but click on the download button, and you should be able to grab the PNG from the class resources channel right here that I'm linking. Yeah, let me know if you... Yeah, but essentially the setup will be the same, which you see here, but just these need to be the PNGs that I linked. I'm not seeing... So, in the class resources, click on the image, open it big, and in the top right, there'll be a download button that says Save Image. So, yeah, class resources channel, go to the picture, click on the picture to open it. Don't open it in a browser. Just click the image to make it bigger, and then there should be a download button there. But the other thing is, if you started your project with the starter content, you can actually just find these same images in your Unreal Engine project. So if you started with starter contents, they're inside of here. So you could just literally search for grass with that folder selected, and you could search for rock, and you'll find them right here as well. Does that help, Heathen? Let me see. see him typing. All right, so I'm gonna keep moving forward a bit, guys, so we can move along. But I'll keep up with you, Heathen. I'll keep up with you. All right, so now that we have this landscape material set up, it's kind of what we just pretty much need. Okay. Let me make sure. I think I'll just have to find a way. I didn't start with the content, but I can figure it out. Thank you. Okay, so then try to find a way to download those images from the resources channel here in the Discord, and make sure they're PNG, and you should be able to just drag and drop them into your project file, and you can work with them then. So they just need to be PNG or JPEG, whatever. If you need to screenshots the damn things to make it work, but they should be able to work there though, like downloading them straight from yeah, from the Discord. Oh, I think Linkwood was able to link it, or some. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Let's see if Linkwood's trick there could work. Okay, so I'm gonna exit out of this, and so now I'm going to click on my landscape. All right, let's see. This gets a little funky, but if you find your landscape in the outliner on the right. Oh, you're good, Heathen. We want you to move forward, man. So all good, all good. Yeah, just try and get that. Try and get that PNG, man, so you can keep up. No worries. But if you click on your landscape, you might get stuck into this like little proxy sections. You want to like search for the actual landscape file, right? So I'm gonna click on that. And if I make my details panel bigger, right, I found my landscape. You can scroll up and you'll find a landscape material section right here. Right, so landscape material. So now I'm going to drag that landscape material, literally just drag and drop it into that box. And you see how it's glowing blue? That means I can drop it. If it's glowing red, that means it doesn't work there, right? So it's not meant to go there. So you want to drag it into the blue section where it's landscape material. All right, you're going to get this funky looking thing. All of a sudden it's gone dark, right? Because we haven't painted on it just yet. All right, so y'all following along? For those who are caught up, I just dragged this landscape into my landscape material section after I selected the landscape itself. If you click on the landscape, you will get this, probably a selection of the landscape, this little proxy, this like section. You want the full landscape. So scroll up till you find the word landscape and click on it. And then you'll see the landscape material section down on the bottom right. And you drag that material onto landscape material section. It'll turn dark if you did it correctly. All right. Okay. Now to the next part. We got to make our brushes work. We have to tell the landscape, hey, these are the layers I created in my material. It had a bit of an oil spill. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So let's go tell our landscape now that we made a material, a custom material for it. We have to tell it. If it doesn't know, then it's not going to know what you're painting onto it, or what you're trying to paint onto it. So let's go back to landscape mode, right? So back to the top left, go to landscape mode here. Click on that. Now there's that paint section that we saw in the beginning. I'm going to go to there now. All right. So now we're in our paint section. Everybody following along with this? Yeah, yeah. So now what I'm going to do, okay, good, good, good. So down here in layers, right, that's what we're working with, right? Our material was made up of layers, right? Because we had landscape layer blend. We're blending layers. And the layers are the grass and the rock, right? So I'm going to exit out of that. And you can see here in the paint section that there's a layer section, but it's empty. So we need to tell it, say, hey, find the layers in the material that I gave to you. I gave it a material, right? That's why it's all dark, but it doesn't know where those layers are, what those layers are. So I don't know why it's this difficult, but there's a tiny, teeny, tiny little freaking button right here. It's a little ball with an arrow that says create layers from assigned materials. So we assigned it a material. This is it. Now we have to tell it to, hey, look at the material, look inside of it, and pull the layer information from it. So I'm going to click this teeny tiny little damn button right here. And look at that. We have our grass, that we created. It's like tiny, teeny, tiny. All right. Everybody following along so far? Yes, yes, nice, nice. Yeah, so it'll pop up that information. So, into the side there. So that's what we want. That's basically the layers that we created. So we're essentially telling it like, hey, I gave you a material. There's stuff inside of it. Now I need you to look inside and, populate it, essentially. Okay, so let's keep pushing forward. All right. Let's see. I can't draw material. When I grab the material, the details window closes. I can't drag my material, or when I grab the material, the details window closes. The details window closes. Oh, is it like pinned to the side instead? Whoa, been here 27 minutes. Whoa, crazy. Editor regions. There should be a way to dock it. So when you right click it, it'll say like dock to sidebar or something else. See if you can like undock it or pin it. TJ, that might help. Yeah, Croc, for sure, for sure. Let's get this up. So I'll listen out for TJ's. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay. Oh fuck, I hit fill world. Oh, you hit fill world, dude. Filling the world is like literally like an endless like ground. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, I want to see that. Yeah. Okay, graph looks right. Any other settings in there? Yeah, so inside the basically inside of these little layer nodes, I created layers in them. So when I click on a node, there's this layers section on the left. I click the little plus button to create an index, and I hit it twice so I can make two. And then in the layer name, I named it grass and rock. Do you got that, Croc? Did you see that part? Okay, that's pretty much it. And then I just plug these in. Yeah, and run it to these, and then I attach it up here to their respective points there. Oh, you know what? Let's do... You know what? I think I need to name these the same thing. Let me test something out real quick. So save this, apply, and then... Okay, that's fine. All right, this would be enough here. All right, so yeah, let's push forward. You're almost done, J-Dunk. All right, I'm proud of you. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. I know we're almost at the long road. Yeah, we're getting across the long stretch. So. All right, so making sure everybody's caught up. All right, so I'm gonna close this out. So now, the next thing I'm gonna do, again, this is this part of this abstraction I was talking about. This part gets a little weird. I competition spheres ended up with this one out of the layers, spheres only. That's okay. Play crypto. Let's just push forward with that. I think what you have there is right. It's right. So we're gonna keep pushing forward though. So you'll get to paint right now. So let's just keep pushing forward and finish this out. But what you have there is good though. So don't worry. Damn, J-Dunk. I'm sorry, brother. He's still loading. Yeah,
Oh my
man.
God.
Yeah, that's insane. Okay, I'm gonna push forward here so we can just see the color at least. Okay, so the next thing to do, if you are where we're at, I'm going to go down to my grass, and there's a tiny little plus button right here that says create layer info. I'm going to click on this button right here. So if you're following along, go to your grass layer or your brush right here on the left, and there's a tiny little plus button. Again, I'm going to click on this, and it's going to bring up a menu. I want to click on weight blended layer, right? Because we're blending these things, right? And when you're blending by weight, it just means you're kind of blending between two together. And depending on the intensity between the two, you'll see, the blend between the rock and the grass, stuff like that. So we're blending these together. So I want a weight blended layer. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to ask me where I want to save this. I'm going to go to my materials folder. I'm going to go to my landscape folder, and I'm going to save it inside of there. You can save this anywhere, but I'm going to be organized, and I want to go to my materials folder, my landscape folder, and then save it in there. The name can be default, so just leave it as grass layer info, and I'm going to save that. Now I'm going to do the same thing for my rock. So let that load. I'm going to do the same thing for my rock. I'm going to go to the rock, and I'm going to click the little plus button. Oh, had the same, then Unreal crashed, took ages to load. Yeah, because I think you did fill world, J-Dunk, so insane. So sorry, brother. So, okay, I'm going to go to the rock, and I'm going to do the same thing. So for those who are following along, I'll go back over this. So I just want to move forward at least for those who are following. I'm going to go to the plus button on rock and click the same thing, weight blended layer. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to save this file in my materials and then landscape folder. I'm going to select that and hit save. The name, I'll leave it default as rock layer info, and then I'll hit save. All right. So now I have these two files, grass layer info and rock layer info. Now, I just want to make sure they're assigned, because if they're not for you, you can assign them here. So on the grass brush, if I click the down arrow, you can search for the grass layer info here. It's already searching for it, and my material brush is already named grass, so it assigned it automatically. But if you don't see it there, you can set it yourself by clicking the down arrow, and searching for grass layer info. Okay, nice, Croc. Glad to hear that. Awesome. Same thing for rock. I'm gonna, if it's not automatically assigned and it says like none, then go ahead and click rock. Go ahead and click the down arrow and look for rock layer info and set it there. And that's what you need to tell the material or to tell the landscape, hey, I have these layers. Please let me brush them onto you. It's quite a complicated step, but we're basically talking to the landscape saying, hey, I made this material. I made these layers. I want you to see them, read them, and use them as my paint brushes. So now it automatically set the grass as like the default texture on this. So I'm going to click on my rock and then I'll brush onto the surface of it. Voila. Now you just brush some rock onto the surface. You see that? Now go back to grass and I'll brush the grass through here. There you go. Now you're painting. I don't have the layers. I think I did something wrong. I'll check later. Well, where at, TJ? Like the layers here on the left. There's a tiny little button. That's nice, Angie. Thank you for that. There's a tiny little button above. So when you go to your landscape mode and you go to paint, right, layers are needed. Right, so you're adding one material to the landscape, Moon Spirit, but that material is handling our layer information. So we just doing it all in one place. Then you drag that material onto your landscape, which is here. And then we tell the landscape, hey, here's that material that I put on you. Look inside of it. And by doing that, we hit this tiny little button, TJ. I'm talking to TJ here. There's a tiny little button that says create layers from assigned materials. So the assigned materials is that M landscape that we added to it. We gave it the M landscape material. So if it's assigned to it, we're telling it by this, using this little button to create layers from the existing layers that are inside. And if we look at our landscape layer blend node, these are the layers that we created. Grass and rock. Grass and rock. Those are the layers we created. So when you click this little button, you'll see the grass and rock layer. Does that help, TJ? We'll give him a minute. How about I know this is a little more complex than the last stuff. But hey, this is building with blueprints. This is working with layer nodes and so this is what it takes. I know. This is working with blueprints gets a little screwy. Yeah, I don't have those layers like your screen. Like these here on the left, TJ? These right here? So this little button, if you dragged your material onto your landscape, did you do that already? Did you drag the material onto the landscape or into the material section on the right on the details panel? So your landscape needs to have this material that we created applied to it. And if you click on your landscape, well, dragging the material onto the landscape is one part. Then you go to landscape mode. And in the paint section, there's a tiny little button right here. Do you see this? This little button with the arrow. It's a ball and an arrow. And it says create layers from assigned materials. Do you see that? You want to click that button and it'll generate the layers from the material that's assigned to it. So right here, again, this tiny little button, create layers from assigned materials. I see multiple people typing. It's always a thing when you see that in the Discord chat. Multiple people typing. Yeah, mine doesn't have it. You are in the brushes panel, TJ. You need to be in paint. Not sculpt. I'm sorry. You're in the sculpt panel. You need to be in paint mode. Up at the top. You see this? Paint right here at the top. Oh. Making it difficult, bro. Making it difficult, dog. Come on. So, yeah, click on the paint section at the top. No, you're good. You're good, TJ. All good. Sorry. Yeah, go to paint. Then down low where it says layers, click on create layers from assigned materials. Right here, this little button. And when you click that button, it'll populate the layers in your layer section of your landscape paint mode. When I click the layers plus, let's see. It's not giving that much to weight blend. Opens the search window only. Yeah, so when you click on the plus button, yeah, it would say weight blended layer unless for some reason Unreal is just kind of auto setting it, but I do see you have grass layer info, so you're okay there. You're okay there. Let's push forward since you have that set up already. And like, can you paint already, FF Racer? Yeah, and it might be because it's like the normal map. And you know what? I'm gonna admit to you that I goofed up. I goofed up on the normals part. So let's just avoid this section for now because I typed in grass normal, rock normal. It actually needs to be the same exact name. So let's just avoid the normals for now because honestly, this is overwhelming already. So let's just stick with the color variation for now before I go back and confuse you. But you're good though. What you're doing is correct though. So if you have the two that I have here, all good. We can generate this stuff again. I can delete the layer and regenerate it, but I'm trying not to like confuse too much. Yeah. But also, FF Racer, your scene looks very dark. Did you delete the sun or the lighting? Because your scene looks like super dark. Did you delete the sun? Yeah, right. Look at his scene. It's so dark. Yeah, it looks like you don't have any lighting, so maybe that's why your materials. Yeah, there you go. There you put some light on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's black because there's no light, sir. Hey, that's a great song, Stack. I like that song. Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah, throw some light in there or something. Yeah. How do you delete the sun? Yeah. Yeah. It looks like you have no light, so your material is looking rather dark. So let's take a look again. So this was a tough class. I'm not gonna lie. This was a tough class. All right. So we're hitting the 2-hour mark, guys. I don't want to overwhelm you all too much, but if you understand this process here, I want to recap a little bit while we're here. You can essentially build on this. So I'm just going to show this as an example. You make it fun over 2 hours. Hey, Gmo, I'm glad you're having fun at least. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. Glad you're having fun at least. I know this is game development. There's really no sweet way to sugarcoat it. Some of these game dev stuff, it's just difficult and work. So I appreciate all of you guys for hanging on and having fun with it.
It's a lot, yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So I just want to show an example here. I want to introduce another material. All right. So suddenly I have gravel. Woo. Oh my goodness. But how the hell do I add it? Well, I can click on this landscape layer blend node, and I can still add with the plus button another layer. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go to index 2. That's the latest layer created. I'm going to call this gravel. And look at this. All of a sudden, gravel appears. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do the same thing. Index 2, the latest one I created. I'm going to call this gravel as well. I'm going to call it the same name. That was my bad. I don't know why. I just kind of was thinking too quickly. And I called it normals, but they should just be the same. Grass, rock, gravel. Because it's the same brush that we're using, right? So this map needs to go to my grass layer. This normal map needs to go to my rock layer. This gravel normal needs to go to my gravel layer. So, you know, they all are on the same layer. So these two right here, these layer blend nodes need to look the same for the different inputs on my material. So these are my color information. They go in here. This is my normal map information. They go right in here in the normal. So if I save these, I have these extra. I'm gonna delete these. These are from an older setup. And I'm gonna hit apply, and I'm gonna save it. And so I'm gonna go back to my landscape mode. Right. So at the top left, landscape mode. Then go to paint. Right. Paint mode. TJ to paint mode. Paint mode. And I'm gonna go back to.
You can forget that quickly.
Yeah, you really can.
I really know.
You really, really can. So he says, "LOL, got it." I'm sorry, TJ. We're just teasing you. And I'm gonna click the layer, create layers from assigned materials, and look at that. All of a sudden, we have a gravel layer that just appeared out of nowhere. So you see here, guys, everybody, what we just did? We just created a new layer with a gravel texture, and we made it appear in our paint section. You see a smiley face? It's kind of like a smiley face. How's that? Is that good, Pamela?
With a lot of fantasy, yes.
That's a terrible smiley face. But now I have a gravel brush. But I need to do the same thing, though, to this. I need layer information for it. So just like the last ones, I hit the little plus button. I select weight blended layer. I go to my materials folder. And then to my landscape folder, because that's where I want it. And I'm going to hit save there. The name is gravel layer info. I'm going to leave that default. And I'm going to save it. The layer info should appear here automatically, but if it doesn't, if it says none there in the little drop down, look for the gravel layer info. And if it's automatically set, you're good to go. And you could just start painting, or whoops, let me select the gravel brush, and you just start painting with the gravel brush. And so you could keep this thing going and going and going, and you can put a bunch of brushes in here, different layers, so that you can, create paths and grass sections, So J Dunk was asking about dirt paths and grass trails. Well, here you go. Now those ramps I added earlier, Now I can paint gravel onto those ramps, just like this. But my cliff wall here needs to be rock. So, well, I'll paint rock on this cliff wall. Right? So this all right here needs to be rock. Just like that. But maybe I want a little bit of grass in between. So then I select my grass brush on the left. And now I paint grass in between here. And in between here, just like this. You don't know. So you combine layers, JDunk, with assets. So you paint grass, but then you can paint foliage grass on top in different sections, right? You don't want to cover your entire ground with grass. You could, but to save on resources, you kind of want to just do it to, you know, decorate with grass around the environment. Can you have a tree brush? Yeah, you could. Yeah. In the foliage section, yeah, you can totally have a tree brush. I didn't get a chance to put in some foliage stuff because, well, this class is going a bit long. But I can, you know, essentially the way foliage works though is I can go to foliage mode on the left here. Can you stretch the texture to minimize that pattern look? Yeah, you can resize it. Yeah, you can do like UV controlling on it to make it bigger. But then it also depends on your material because you can create some like variation in it to like break up that sort of repetition and texture. It's a longer setup to do that. I won't do that right now, but yes, you can. You can definitely break up that repetition and sort of do like a bashing thing where it kind of randomizes the look of it. But it's also in the material setup. And for ours today, it's very base and simple material setup. So we're not going to get exactly into that, but it is possible. Yes. Save that. All right, but yeah, and then foliage, if I go into my foliage mode at the top left, I can literally drag in meshes. So go to starter content. Let's say this little, what can we use? Oh, there's a little bush. Let's do this. So if I drag this bush into my foliage section here, I could drop that in there. It's going to ask me where I want to save it as foliage type. I'm going to save it just in the same folder. Oh, well, who cares? Now I have the foliage brush selected, the bush here. I can select that. This gives me information about it right down here. My density is the most important. I'm going to do 20 so it's not so high. Now I can come in here with this selected and the little check mark turned on. I can brush in here like this. Just like that. Very simple. If they're all coming out looking the same, it's kind of repetitious, right? It doesn't look so good. I'm going to go to scale X down here on the left, and I'm going to do a 0.25 to 1 maximum. Leave it at 1. Then I'll brush again, and now look at that. Now I get a variation. It's the same asset, but I'm making it look different through that variation in scale. You see that? And now you can paint grass or bushes or whatever in all the grass areas. And then you can click back and forth to your landscape, click on a different brush, you know, change this section to rock if you want to. And you're like, oh, I don't want bushes on the rock. So you go back to foliage. Then with the paint tool selected, I can hold shift and brush and delete those. Just like we did with landscape. With the sculpt, you know, when you hold shift and you sculpt, it does the opposite. The same thing works with the foliage brush. So I can paint just by clicking. And if I hold shift and click, it deletes. And there you go. Yeah, sorry, that setup with the brushes and the material ate up all our time. I know it was a complicated setup, so should I go over to the dark side? Do it, FF Racer, do it. How we feeling, guys? We are 2.5 hours deep. Are your brains fried? Are you feeling okay? Are you alive? Angie, how you
Maybe we
feeling?
can give out the code now.
Let's give out the code now. Yeah. Before they rage quit and get the hell out of here. But I know y'all want this
Okay, I
badge
will
code because
post it in the chat.
if you want another deed and if you want to win another deed,
Yeah.
you need these badges, baby. So here it comes. All right, no more typing in the chat. Wait for the badge code.
I wish I could pin it, but it's not
Yeah.
possible.
All right. No more typing. No more typing. Give everybody a chance to see these links here.
So the code is Render Island.
Yeah. All right. Go get your badge exclusively on OS Wiki. Yeah, Render Island, everybody. Render Island is the badge code for today. All right, get everybody an opportunity. So, I guess we'll give you a chance to claim the badge, and then we'll hang out for a moment and just take some questions, some thoughts. I know, again, this one is maybe not so exciting. This one is some work. So, kudos to you if you got it working. It usually is a lot faster once you get the hang of it. But here, sitting here, making sure everyone is following along and catching up, of course, is going to take a long time. But I could probably set this up myself in like 10 minutes. Just to be completely honest with you guys, this does not take me a long time, maybe even less, 5 minutes, to be honest. It's not hard. But I want everyone
No,
to...
it's not hard. Yeah.
It's not. It's really not.
Mm-mm.
But it's just, there's a lot of new people. We all work at different
Yes.
speeds. Yep. It's just the way it goes with tutorial sessions. So if you're rewatching this on YouTube, God bless you. Godspeed. But, you can... Let me get out of this foliage thing here. But yeah, foliage, very simple. You just drag an object. You could even do these damn chairs if you wanted to. Let's do this chair just to be stupid. I'm going to unclick. I'm actually make this bigger. Here we go. I'm going to unclick the bush. And I'm going to click, or the chair is already selected. So I'm going to select the chair. I'm going to do, again, like 20 to my density. And then I'm going to do like a variation here of like 0.5. So scale X 0.5 here. And then I'm going to brush with the chair. Let's put the chair on the, let's put the chair on the cliff. Oh. Now you got chairs. As grass. How's that? If you drag a mesh, you'll create a foliage mesh from it. Yeah, Croc. It essentially creates an instance object of it creates an instance of that object. So yeah, you're basically saying, hey, this is the static mesh I want you to instance and create mini objects of. So create a foliage asset of this object, and it references that foliage asset. So it's inheriting from that main static mesh. Exactly. And Croc, this applies to materials class. Remember materials when we created a master material and a material instance? It's the same thing. A material instance is inheriting from the master material. So it's the same idea, you know? And the interesting part is you could do the same thing with blueprints. When you have a blueprint created, you can actually right click on the blueprint and create an instance of that blueprint, and you're inheriting from that main blueprint, but you could like change up the property slightly or have a variation of it. So, you know, it applies the same way. So foliage meshes are inheriting from a static mesh. Material instances are inheriting from a master material. And an instance blueprint is inheriting from a main blueprint that you created. So that idea of this child and parent thing goes on and on and on throughout the game engine for various reasons. You have a main blueprint that handles the core stuff, like mechanics of something, but maybe you want a slight variation. Like maybe you made a blueprint for a platform that spins and rotates, but you don't want every platform to do the same thing. So you make an instance of it, and then you could do one platform that spins this way, another platform that rotates this way, so on and so on. Just the same way we did materials with instances. I have my main material, my master material that's one color, but I want instances to be different colors. So therefore, you're making instances of the main master material so that you can create slight variations from that master material, from that parent material. Does that make sense? I guess I was speaking to Croc directly, but maybe others are kind of taking in this info. So, yeah, nice. Got it. Frosty's got it. Croc understands it. Very good, very good. Yeah, that's a bit more logic and stuff and more advanced topic, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you kind of understand that. Yep, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, Croc. Yep, it's the same thing. Really shitty example here. I've got please nobody screenshot this until like this is an awful looking environment that I'm building up here.
The world builder.
The world builder, supposedly. My work is shit. Yeah, it's terrible. But this is just for I have to do the work, so like I'm more concerned about that part. So the output looks terrible. If we get a textualize it, the same process. It's the same process, Heathen. If it's a PNG, if it's a JPEG, if it's a TIFF image file, it doesn't matter. It's the same process. The way you build up a material for normal materials, or we didn't use textures here for this one, my bad. We did it in the sci-fi panel. The sci-fi panel, we made we used textures to build this up. Then we used textures to do the landscape. That's what it was. My bad. Right, so here's our landscape material. We use textures for this one too. Texture images. So same thing. These could be JPEGs. They could be PNGs. But PNGs would just be like a higher quality, a better quality than like a JPEG. So we try to go for PNGs for higher quality. And if they could be 2K, that'd be great. 4K is fine, but not always necessary. Like it needs to be like an important asset. If it's not an important asset, like it's just grass or something, then please just do like a 2K. You don't need to go super high. You'll quickly eat up your game memory, and then it'll run slow and lag, and so on and so forth. So I know we have the ApeCoin team here. I do want to give them a chance to get an out if they gotta go. Thanks so much for hanging out. We're just taking questions here now. This was a long class. This is very complex stuff now at this point. I mean, to a game dev, probably this might not be so insanely complex, but for new beginners, this is definitely getting into like more abstract stuff because we're pulling out nodes and dropping texture images. We're importing stuff and connecting nodes. So if you don't know this stuff already, this is all new. It's going to be very kind of out in the wilds for you. So But yeah, anyways, just want to give the ApeCoin team an out if they gotta run to something
Oh, was
else.
that our cue? I didn't realize that was a cue. We're here, we're hanging out, we're
All
learning, we're
good.
listening, we're watching. Give me something to break, I'll fuck it up.
Let's do it.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys teaching the class.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
everybody that's stuck around so far and sharing on socials. There was another announcement from ApeCoin just a couple minutes ago. It was
Ooh.
actually an announcement from TokenWorks. Actually, that was the same announcement. I already told you guys that here. The announcement just came out from ApeCoin to sort of let people know what it does. But yeah, you guys
Nice.
already know about that. If you just joined in and maybe you missed it earlier, you can essentially stake ApeCoin through the TokenWorks protocol now. Do your own research or reach out and ask questions if you have them. But yeah, that post did just go out from the ApeCoin account, so do appreciate y'all's attentiveness to that post. Also, good luck, and I
Nice.
hope you guys are paying attention to your emails if you won the raffle for that BAYC jacket. Don't miss your emails. Don't turn up with the
Oh.
email and you didn't check your email or it was in the spam or something. Make sure you guys are paying attention to your inboxes. So yeah, you got that, and no need for an out. We got some time if you guys are still building this island here. Yeah, if anybody has questions, we're here for you.
Nice, nice. I think there's something wrong because I didn't get an email, so they might need to push
Yeah.
it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
You check it out. You know, it might be staggered. It might be staggered. You know, it could be staggered.
I'm gonna
So
cry, bro. I needed that
keep an eye
jacket,
out.
dog. I needed that jacket, man.
Keep an eye on it through the end of the day. That's an exclusive colorway, but I think that's the notice. That's an exclusive colorway, which is a hint in itself. So yeah, cool. Good luck.
Let's go. Check your emails for that jacket if you were in there trying to claim it. So super dope, super cool. Good luck to those who did get it. If you did get it, shame on you. I'll buy it off you.
Yeah.
Let me know. Yeah, we smashed it. Yeah. All right, how are we feeling, everybody? Yeah, congrats. Nice. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. Damn it. I didn't get in that raffle. All right.
Looking everywhere, but I cannot see anything.
It's not right. It's not right. There's
Hmm.
something wrong. Run it back.
Yeah.
Restart the raffle. You got 2 emails, Lincoln. Come on now.
Oh.
Come on now, sir. Oh my god. Okay. How are we feeling, guys? Great class? Okay. You're making me feel better, FF Racer. I'm feeling a little maybe I mean just a little. I just want to make sure I want to make sure y'all followed along and had fun with this one cuz I know it's a little difficult. So I'm feeling a little yeah, concerned maybe a little bit, just a little bit. Love this class. Okay, Lathira. All right.
No, you did great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Great stuff. Had to get harder. All right, that's a good way to put it, Croc. Yeah, at some point, this stuff is just going to become sort of abstract and sort of like not so romantic, you know? Early days, putting down cubes and putting materials on them. Hey, lots of fun. Lots of fun. But you know, if you are following along so far, you're getting a glimpse of kind of what it becomes at a certain point with like blueprints and nodes and stuff. So good job to you if you're keeping up and you're feeling feeling okay. If you're a little overwhelmed, it's okay. There's a way through. You will push through and it'll kind of become second nature to you as far as some aspects of this, and you'll be able to put stuff together much quicker with no hesitation. This class would be a great one that could be edited into something super short, but it's like a bit bloody. Yeah, I thought about it, Linkoid. I thought about it. I could quickly create a sort of like, here's how to create a layer blends in on your landscape material. So let me take a look here and maybe I can whip up a little short video or something. So yeah, that's how it is, J Dunk. Exactly. Exactly. Great class, good pace. My ADHD brain can't hold too much info, and that's quite all right. That's quite all right. Yeah, I could probably just do like a from scratch, like just just stream or like record my whole process. Like here's how to make it, and just record it in one take. I could probably do that. That's why they're going to verse for Unreal. Easier to get LLMs to via harness across blueprints and nodes. Yeah, sure. You know, blueprints were just like visual scripting made sense at a certain point. So blueprints became a thing. Visual scripting helped people, but yeah, we're on the edge of LLMs and AI, so it'll make it easier with LLMs to, you know, deduce things from code and not so much like a visual thing. Visual scripting is good for humans, you know, we just see stuff, we create patterns and repetition, and we can use blueprints, you know, as an easier way for us to sort through code and connect things. So yeah, you know, yeah, it's some people like blueprints, some people hate them, but yeah, it's all a matter of how you're building your game. Yeah, yeah. I still want to learn the visibility brush to sculpt a square landscape. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let's, how was it? Landscape. Let's see, visibility mask, I believe, and let's connect that to. Oh no, wait. Let's try this. I think it's this here. I'll double check though. Let me see if I save this apply. And then if I go to landscape, if I go to sculpt, and then I go to visibility, all right. So I did that fast. Sorry, Croc, but okay. let me show you real quick. So right here in the middle, right click, go to landscape, visibility mask, right here, landscape visibility mask. Once you have that, click on the output node of it and connect it to opacity mask. I know it's showing up as gray dark here, but it's okay, it'll still work. So just connect that, hit apply, and save. You'll see your sphere do some funky change up here because you're adding stuff to it. Then go to landscape mode, go to visibility brush under sculpt section, go to visibility brush, and then just start deleting. And someone said, oh, well, my thing is super square. Like, how do I make it unique in shape? Well, you can make your brush bigger. Let's make it really big. And just start deleting. Oops. Around the edges of it. And now you can make it into whatever shape you want. Yeah, exactly that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have fun. You're very welcome. Optimization tip, Croc. Go back to manage. Go to delete. And if you delete it enough to where there's these sort of sections that are no longer being used, your delete button will show any invisible missing kind of components here. Get rid of them. Just delete them. Click on them. If you delete the information, you can see how it bites into it. But if you delete these, it will save your computer or your game on resources. So delete any ones that you're not using. Obviously, if they bite into your landscape, then you need those, right? But if you can work around it, then just maybe you could just erase around them. And just like that. Yes, sir. Okay. I think that's enough for today. All right. We will let's start saying our goodbyes. I am here during the week. If you have questions, please ask them. Please watch back on the YouTube stream. If you're still lost, let me know, and I will make a quick, succinct little short video showing you how to do all of this stuff, including the visibility brush, so that you can delete and create caves and holes in the ground, stuff like that, right? Because essentially you could utilize these openings for caves, right? So like, maybe we had this cave here, and somebody asked earlier about how to make a cave. Well, you could go to your visibility brush, make it smaller, and then you could sort of like create an opening here, right? And then with these assets, you can smash them in there. And let me make a floor. So this could be our floor or something. Maybe you have like a rock ground. And suddenly you have these cave walls. And make them bigger. Make them taller. And there you go. Now you have this opening with grass on top. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
I have to push a bit.
Okay, what's up?
We have to do a raffle.
Oh my god. We should do a raffle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I forgot. Let's get that done. Raffle, everybody. Let's do a raffle.
He wants to have the other DTJ.
Damn.
That's because he
Why did
forgets
you-
that.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that, Angie? Come on now. Damn, so close. I want that deed, I want that
Yeah.
deed. Y'all lucky. Angie cares and she has a heart, because I absolutely do not. So we're giving away 358
Yeah.
coin right
we will
now.
see, TJ. Let's see
Yeah.
what we can do.
All right.
Maybe Frosties adds a feature for us that we can
Yeah.
open it again. Maybe Frosties?
Maybe.
Wink, wink.
Think about it, but nothing too hard, because I want that deed. So, the ability to go back into a badge and extend the end date. At the moment, we can set an end date to the badge at the start of the badge creation, but sometimes we have people who miss the badge, and we want to be able to include them. So we want to open the badge up. And yeah, it takes a bit. I understand, sir. Yeah, no rush, man, or anything. Honestly, we have in mind of people who are missing certain badges or something, so that's okay. It could be something implemented, or thanks for the 100 Ape. No! Come on now. Yeah, no worries, man. So this is just a thought that we had. If we could open up a badge later, so let some people in who missed it, that would just be helpful to us in some weird situations where someone can't claim it or they're not around to do it for some reason. So, all right. So we got Game Dev Camp badge or day 2 badge for materials. We're giving away 358 coin to a holder of this badge for right here for day 2. And so we're going to get one winner from there. So are we ready? Can I get a drum roll, please? Who's going to be the winner for 358 coin? Let us know. Is it going to be you? Say me. You want the coin? Say me. Me. Give me the 8 coin. Give me the 8 coin. Oh, a little drum emoji. That's pretty nice, actually. I appreciate the attempt split form. That's good. With a dun 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 dun. Not bad. I like it. No me. All right, here we go. Running the raffle. All right, let's do it. Running. Hannah, let's go.
Hannah!
Hannah Wonders wins 350 ApeCoin. Congratulations. You're a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Dubs in the chat. Congratulate Hannah, everybody. Let her know she won. Give her the dub. Absolutely. Walking away with the money. I feel like a game show host all of a sudden. Congrats.
We need MDF here.
Yeah, we need MDF. Congrats, Hannah. You are today's winner for the badge raffle. So you're getting 350 ApeCoin. Let's see. We might be able to get her wallet from here.
Oh, good.
But yeah, Angie might.
I'm on it.
Yeah, she'll connect with you in our badge winner channel. And yeah, I see here. I actually, if we click on her name, we can see her wallet address actually in the hyperlink down below. So, but either way, Angie's gonna connect with you in the badge winner channel just to make sure you get it, everything's smooth. We'll send you a link to the transaction so you can see that we sent it to you, and we make sure that it gets to you. So, but yes, we have your address, but we'll still include you in that channel and make sure you get it, and all is going good. So shout out to OS Wiki for the badge raffle system, for the badge claiming and everything. So dubs in the chat for Frosties and OS Wiki. Thank you so much, my brother. We appreciate you for creating the site for us, for making it easy for our community to run, to claim badges, to run raffles, to give away stuff, for people to connect, get updates and information. So, super, super cool website. Please go check out OS Wiki, everybody. If you're looking to purchase something, the marketplace is there. If you're looking to learn something about other side, there's some education there. And yeah, get your profile running. If you haven't made a profile, go get it. Claim our badge for today. And yeah, shop around as well. All right, sweet. Okay. I think that about does it. Anything else we're missing? I think we're.
No.
Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Angie says we're good.
But all good. All good.
Flora. Oh, hey, did y'all see the video that we made? So we got a coda on OS Wiki, by the way. We bought a coda. Yes. Yeah. And I'm gonna be. Because I'm so excited about it, I just want to share it. We have a little announcement video that we made. Check this out. Hope it's not too loud. Let me lower the volume. Huh? Check this out. Making the drinks, of course. So we made this like yesterday.
Yeah.
Last night. New mascot, everybody. Flora, the coda.
Flora is here.
Very cool. Oh, this is my favorite clip.
We will
right
have
here.
emotes, maybe GIFs. Let's see what is possible.
Yeah, super, super cool. Super awesome little video. Flora the coda is awesome. Angie has been cooking up stuff. Is it okay if I preview some of the GIFs and the emotes?
Yes, yes, you can. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Angie's been working these up, using some awesome rendering of some different AI and stuff. So generating these awesome little designs. They're so cute, super duper cute. So very soon, you're gonna see these in the Discord as emotes and stickers. So very, very exciting to see these come up. I love this one. GG's everybody. Thank you for playing. It's a good GM one. Good night one. And this one's for everyone out there running a Dino PC, a dinosaur PC is what I'm saying. Dinosaur PC.
For the Unreal class, yeah.
Can't handle the heat. Yeah, these came out fantastic. Yeah, Commodore 64. Chill, Gma, chill. Wow. That one's a blast from the past. A little hype sticker. Beautiful render here. I love this image. So good. So good. TJ, this one's for you.
This is TJ.
This one's for you, TJ. We made this one just for you, actually.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo.
Jesus, I've been getting my booty beat by these audio today. That last GIF with the CPU roasting a marshmallow, that is lost every day.
Oh no. Lost.
That's my boy.
Time to upgrade, bro.
It's time.
I have a thermometer that I shouldn't even really tell you guys this. Look, they take care of me here. All right, I don't need anything.
Oh my god.
I just like my computer. It's got all my stuff in there. I'm used to it. But if I point a thermometer at it right now, it's like 100 degrees.
Aw.
Yeah, they get hot though. PCs do get hot, so yeah.
See, it's normal.
Yeah, normal-ish. Yeah.
You said these are GIFs? Are these going to be like animated? Like moving around a bit?
I try to make GIFs out of them.
Yes.
I'm still looking for a program.
Some of them will be. She did test some, and they turned out really good. Like this one had the steam was
This
rising.
is animated.
Yeah, I just have
Oh,
the
no,
image.
this is a video now, yeah.
Yeah, I just have the image that you animated it from. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they will be.
Angie, if you want to
GIFs soon.
try Swamp Records, I have some extra credits you can lean on. I think it would do a great job of this, like giving it the image and then just like telling it move the marshmallow or like move the waves on the thing, move the fan. Swamp
Yes.
Records by Art and Froglings, I think could really get out there.
Yeah.
We'll chat on the
try
side.
it.
I'll shoot you a message.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you.
I love these as well. I'm going to ask Rita because I know he worked on some of the feels, and these look kind of similar to the feels. So maybe he's got something that. Sure, I don't know.
Oh.
And now we actually do need the out. Now there's a call that Shpend and I got to go to. So we need the out. Thank you guys again for having us up here and for hosting this for everybody. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of the submissions throughout the week.
Awesome. Well, dude, thanks so much for the support, hanging out. This was a long one, a tough one, but like Croc said, it had to get harder. So this is Game Dev, and appreciate the support, with the ApeCoin, the raffle, and all that, the rewards. So, feel like it's keeping people motivated and excited. So appreciate both of you guys for sticking it through and chilling with us today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for being a great teacher as well, Angie. Thank you guys for creating this safe space, this informative space, and loved it. Today was a great session as always. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you both.
But I want to see that dungeon next week.
Yo,
Yes.
dungeons.
Dungeon.
Who's carving a hole in the landscape and making a dungeon? That's what we need.
You guys are ready. I'm watching. I'm looking at you, Dino Ponds.
Dungeon time. Yes, sir. Thanks, everybody. One more look at Flora Dakota. Here she is. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out in today's lessons for landscapes. Oh my God, it was a tough one, but you stuck it through. We've been here for like 3 hours. Oh my God.
Crazy.
Pat yourself on the back. You got through this. Go get a drink of water. Go get a sports drink. Take a chug of some coffee for TJ. But Ape Chain on top, everybody.
Chain on top.
That's right.
See you next week.
Alrighty, guys. See y'all next time.
Bye-bye.